Some of the concerns that parents very often come to us with looking for answers is around the future planning and the future proofing of their son or daughter's future life. And what that really looks like is things like putting together a will, making sure that they have a trust in place, and thinking about dealing with the parent's estate in the future, as well as thinking about who's going to look after their son or daughter. All of these things are complex for a family that doesn't have a son or daughter with a disability, but the overlaying of disability makes it even more urgent and more important. So Plan Institute really aims to provide answers to difficult questions. We like to provide resources to people in terms of workshops and reading material. And then of course, through our partner organizations, if people need specialized help, we can steer them in the direction to get the help that they need.
So the reason Planned Lifetime Advocacy Network Society was formed, it was a way of assisting families to plan for the future. And what we came to recognize is that what keeps our sons and daughters, our loved ones with a disability safe, is the number of relationships they have. And so Plan was formed to help facilitate the building of relationships so that our sons and daughters would be safer and have richer lives. Out of that work that Plan initially did, the parents developed a lot of wisdom about what it takes to plan for the future. And so the early families with Plan were really pioneers in this work of planning for the future. And when we realized the kind of knowledge and wisdom that was being acquired, we knew that other families would benefit from this. And so Plan Institute was developed as a resource to begin to share the knowledge and the wisdom that was acquired by local families with a wider audience. And so where Planned Lifetime Advocacy Network Society serves families in the Greater Vancouver area, Plan Institute has a national and even an international mandate. So one of the challenges when you're a parent of a child with disabilities is thinking about who's going to take care of my son or my daughter after I'm gone. And so Plan and Plan Institute have been very valuable resources in helping families like mine prepare for the future, prepare for a time when we're no longer here.
So at Plan Institute, we offer a variety of suite of workshops and educational initiatives for both individuals and families. And really they're all centered around providing those members of the community with the information they need to make the best decisions for themselves. So they range from a 2-hour workshop in-house on estate planning to teleseminars to weekend retreats for nourishing your soul as a caregiver. And we really hope to cover a spectrum of information topics that really will benefit families to just make those decisions that are best for themselves and help to plan for either their own future or the future of their loved one who may be affected by a disability or a diverse ability. One of the reasons that we've had such meaningful impact at Plan Institute is through some of our initiatives such as our community and education sessions. We've hosted over 900 throughout communities across BC and Canada. Over 15,000 participants have attended those sessions. We've assisted over 6,000 people with our one-to-one support through our helpline. And in addition, we've distributed over 100,000 copies of our Safe and Secure publication through 11 different editions and 6 different languages. So we're really thrilled to be able to continue to offer all of those supports and services moving forward.
I think it's so important to have a helpline at Plan Institute. It's really a front line of being available to people with whatever questions they have. It gets them in touch and somebody on the phone doing the best they can for them.
The work that we do at Plan Institute is meaningful for me personally because, as a parent, I want my kids to be happy and healthy and to live beautiful lives. And I think that's what we all want in the end. And I think that Plan Institute helps provide families and individuals options and opportunities to be able to make sure that all of our children live in a community where not only do we have the options available, but then we have the ability to really make those choices and to live in communities that acknowledge us for who we are, for our unique gifts and abilities, and who celebrate it. And this community is a spectacular one, and I'm so thankful to be a part of it and to be walking alongside these amazing families and individuals who continue to drive the disability movement forward.
So over the last 20 years, I'm really proud of the efforts of Plan Institute. It's a small organization that really works hard and passionately hard to make a significant difference in the landscape of disability in this country. From thinking about implementing the RDSP, to working on the representation agreement, to raising asset limits for people in British Columbia, to working on significant community projects, this organization has definitely had a significant impact on the lives of people with disabilities in British Columbia and in fact across the country. As we think about the future, Plan Institute is really focused on scaling and working with partners across Canada around disability into the future. And what that looks like is enabling the voice of people with disabilities. For the last 20 years, I think we've been working toward giving people their voice, and we're at a shift now in the dialogue where people are finding their voice, and where we're going to see people with disabilities really come into their own and claim their rights and claim their citizenship, and Plan Institute wants to be with them every step of the way for that to happen.